Guys, welcome to the channel. This is going to be a little bit of a spicy one, more than I usually bring you guys, because this is a deck. It's one of my personal favorites from Edison format. It's a deck that I love and have adored for the lifetime of what I've played Yu-Gi-Oh, right? And ever since the release of custom card draggling, I've been trying to play this deck around with, I don't want to say little to no success, because there was, when it first got released, it had a lot of niches, but it had a lot of weaknesses too. And I've managed to make a deck profile for you guys with the inclusion of White Forest, and I think it's the best iteration of the deck right now, because it does bring it a lot of coverage for the weakness this deck has, and one of them is being Nibiru, obviously. And yeah, it helps you play a lot into boards, a lot into hand traps. And I think it's, if you're going to play this in a 2024 environment, call it 2024, because that is the turnaround of the Yu-Gi-Oh. As I say, the release of Snake Eyes just gave the deck, not the deck, but it gave Yu-Gi-Oh like a big massive power creep in comparison to other decks. Listen, and it's ironic because I personally think Lightsworn was the turnaround of power creep back then, because no deck was like Lightsworn in the sense that it did what it did. Like, it special summoned more than once per turn. Then back then it was literally an anomaly to do that. So yeah, like in regards to the deck in general, now you have ways to play into boards and play into hand traps with negates, especially Nibiru, like I said, because of the White Forest build. So let's just get to it, because I'm gonna you guys are gonna see the spiciness in this build. And with no further ado, oh, also shout out to the Yu-Gi-Oh community, because I know you guys comment a lot in the Yu-Gi-Oh videos, which I fucking love. We give each other insight, especially with decks like this that are basically like a little bit of theory crafting. But this is basically an adoption of an OCG list I saw that it was literally like someone with White Forest that's top recently. So I just wanted to make like an adaptation to the TCG, because they have Curious, they have Snow Tattoo, so it's a lot of things. But still, we tried making an adaptation. You guys are gonna see what it looks like. I've been testing this in locals with friends for a bit, and it's actually been turning out to quite some really good boards and hands with testing. So let's get, like I said, let's get to it, because you're gonna see how spicy this shit turns out to be. So we played 3 Drangling. This is never gonna change. If you're gonna play this deck, you're always gonna play 3 Drangling. This facilitates level 8, which is good because you're playing the White Forest engine, so it just bridges into the level 8 White Forest synchro. So and waste, spoiler alert, we are playing Fiendsmith, so this card is already good by itself, but now it's completely fucking broken, because you can just normal summon it and go into Fiendsmith combo. So even just going charged, getting this is absolutely crazy. 3 Wolf, because it's a level 4. And this one's more important now, because since you're playing the White Forest engine, you can go into the level 4 tuners and synchro up with this. So yeah, 2 Felice, which still play 2. It's not as important as a Wolf. Like I said, you do need non-tuners. Yeah. And 1 Lumina. I'm not playing the other Lumina, because I think this one is discarding is somewhat of a detriment in some combos. So I just decided to play this one. That just special summons outright. So yeah, that's to round it up for the Lightsworn monster. But obviously this isn't the Lightsworn, but of course it goes with the cards, which is 1 Punishment Dragon. It's the best one, because it's just it acts like an interruption, other than like the Judgment Dragon just acting itself like a board wipe. This actually does something. Plus it facilitates into linking off, which into Abakuas, which is one of the best cards in this deck. Then for the White Forest Diabell Star engine, I play 1 Diabell Star. And this is what made me play the engine on an entirety. It's is Elzat, because when you're playing with the Lightsworn cards, try to get Veiler interrupted. This is like one of the craziest extender, because you pitch a spell trap and it gets you Ruzia, and Ruzia you can pitch a spell trap, and it draws you a card. So it's just really good, and you're gonna see that you play a lot of engines that just sets you up with spell and traps. So these cards are just really easy to resolve. And yeah, you can just go into the regular synchros, white forward synchros with this. Yeah, you can just shuffle this back. It's just a lot of extenders by itself, because when you go LZ into Ruzia, you can go into the synchro, link off. Ruzia can special summon itself, and then you can go into Lightsworn synchro, for example. It's just a lot of synergy the deck holds. And then to round it off, we play one as LZ. This is the most important one, because when you go into the Azavina engine, you can search this one in the middle of the combo, and it just searches you. It just acts like an extra extender for no reason. So it's like when you're going through the negate route, which is with the Azamina negate, you're already searching this by itself, so it's like a bridge to another engine. And then the Fiendsmith engine, I'm just running two Engraver and Lacquer and Blu-ray. The ratios of this can be like on and off. You can play one of this because, like I said, the Fiendsmith engine, you can access through it with Waste. So yeah, I'm just playing this because these cards are just got to break boards, and this is a level 4. Like I said before, level 4 non-tuners are really important, and Lure is just Lure. So yeah. And another side engine that I'm playing is, like I said, there's engines here that gets you to spell and trap, so your LZ resolves. This is one of them. Vision Resonator is a extender. Not only that, but it gets you the continuous spell, which will get you back into this hand, and you can sack the spell for LZ. Which, and a very important thing, one of the best cards. One of the best reasons to run this card is that you can go into Genix of Arms, which if you try to special summon this early on, you're basically super far ahead, because this is like cards. This is one of the cards you play against Nibiru. Not only Nibiru, it plays you against Bestials, which is one of the biggest thing you can play against. This Bestial kind of decks hurts this deck quite a bit. And second to last engine we play is Horus, because yeah, it just gets you deep into your deck. And by the way, this is a 60 card if you guys haven't figured that out yet. So we do play grass. We just want to try to play as many good cards as possible so you get to 60. And Zeddy is obviously like super good, right? And Zombie Master is a hell of a card. So yeah, so 3 Zeddy and 1 Happy. And then last but not least is Lubellion engine, which the 4 Bestials. Again, this just gets you branded, regained, and these cards are already good. These cards are already fucking goated by themselves. So yeah, like, it's not really much to say about this. And then let's just start out with the sinful stuff, the Azamir stuff, whatever. 3 Deception, which, like I said, is one of the best ways to get you to the negate. So this is what actually made me want to play this engine. And we do play along with one of the fusion spells and 3 Wanted. Yeah. So it's just a really consistent way to get into the negate. And of course, Wanted, in a mill engine, like on a vacuum, it's kind of good by itself because it just gets you a card with 3 Deceptions, 3 Wanted if you're milling. And 3 charges to get your Lightsworn. It's really good. 3 Trust to get you your 1 Greener, which is already good, and this card is already good at breaking boards. Because you guys don't know, I am playing the Black Forest last, so if you get into your LZs, you can go. This card's already good by itself, by the way, because it's like a card that's good for going first, because you can just set this and use it as an interruption. But if you draw LZ, you can just send it to the graveyard. Use it as hand trap insurance. Let's say you call Nibiru, so you don't Nibiru, for example. So it just has like a various amount of uses, and along with it, we're playing 2 talents, right? So it's good cards for breaking boards since we're not playing hand traps, and we run 1 call by the graveyard. I do think in decks like this that are like complete board breakers. This card has a little bit more value. I know a lot of people just opt to play this side deck for when they go first entirely, but you need like insurance for when you go first, right? So you can actually resolve as much cards as possible. So it's just, I'd rather just run main deck. Then one tracked again, which is another card you can search a spell trap card for result if you want to try to resolve it. Sarcophagus again, another one, but you just run this for the Massetti, of course. And then one Regained and one Crimson Gaia for the Archfiend. Yeah, these cards are really good. This is good in the Malice, and this just helps you get the Gen X, which is really good. And then last but not least, I play one Azamina Afes because it's one of the best ways to get into an interruption. Because if you go like do the regular White Forest combo, to see if you synchro with this with Azamina LZ, you can search this, and this it's like one of the best interruptions you can search in this deck. You don't run woes because you don't run the one that searches spell and traps. Like it's just little ways to get it. You can just get you can get this with Deception, right? Because it's an Azamina card, and yeah, it's one of the best cards that you can run as an interruption with the engine itself. Yeah, I tried running the quick play spell to run Chimera, but it's just there's just not a lot of space in the extra deck, so I just decided to play that one. And last but not least, the Black Gold's Laughs. And that's to round out the 60 card deck. Let's get into the. I'll talk a bit about the combos and whatnot. But a lot of the combos just you need to go to hand testing. That's just the thing with mill decks. They don't run off one card combos. If they do, like it's the combo to get you to mill, but the rest of your combo just depends on when you mill. So, but just to talk more about the synergies, which is basically I could just do it with the extra deck. So, one Gen X, this is one of the best cards. Good against Malice, good against Razio, because you have dark and light coverage. That's already enough for this meta. And one Silvera is just for when you go into Diabell Star, which is one of the best synchros you can play in this deck because it recycles you shit. It's level 8, so you can, when you go into Minerva and you go like Minerva, Dub, Wolf, and Felice, you can synchro into this. So it's like a lot of bridging into each other's engine. And yeah, I decided to play this level 6 because getting White Forest Spell Traps isn't necessary. You just want this as a Book of Moon interruption on your opponent's turn, basically. And last but not least, one Chaos Angel. We're not playing to Spatter because you have to draw into the Bestial engine. If you don't draw it, you can't actually go. You can almost always go into this. Or Chaos Angel, which is obviously generic by itself. But there's more ways to get into the level 2 synchros, especially because if you mill them, you can get the spell and trap to be to recur them back with the spell. So this is just much better. Then as an XYZ, I only play one Zombie Master, that is for the Mzetti. So you have a better card to summon with them. This is the only one I play. And again, you can go like Minerva, special summon this, and if you have no other place, you can go Zombie Vampire here. Because the end goal is just to go into Fiendsmith engine, which we are playing, which is 1 Moon, 1 Requiem, 1 Sequence, 1 Desiree. We're not playing the level 6 because again it's just a lot of space. I just want this as an end board, so we have negates basically. We can already play through the hand traps with the Gen X arms, so that is enough. And then for the Azamina stuff, we just played 1 Murcielago, 1 Il Silva, just for the main combo. Very important. This is level 6, so you can bridge into your synchros much easier with the Archfiend. So it's just a lot more synergy. 1 Cross Sheep to link off easier into the Aqua, which is the main card that you want to go be linking onto, because this card is just crazy. Not only is this an interruption on your opponent's board, but you can actually, if you didn't go into your Lightsworn engine and you milled, you can discard a card to banish Abakua, and then if you during your combo milled Dragon Link, you can special summon Dragon Link, and then obviously you guys, if you play Lightsworn, you can go Dragon Link into into Felice. You can synchro off into Minerva, and then there you've accessed the whole entire Lightsworn engine. And then you can end. The most important part about all of this is that your Lightsworn engine will bring you into your Fiendsmith engine, which is I think that's, people forget how powerful this is. You don't have to actually play these cards to like special summon a lot of strong monsters from your extra deck. Check, if you just go like this into Minerva, right, and you activate Minerva's effect to send, for example, Wolf, and an Archfiend to special summon, it doesn't matter, Dragon Link, you can go into your Fiendsmith engine with Moon Goddess. And like I said, if you just normal summon the Waste by itself, or just special summon through its own effect, you go into the Fiendsmith engine. So it's just like, I don't want to say we're playing Fiendsmith's not deck, but at the end of the day, the easier you could bridge into your own engines, and that's why Snake Eyes was so oppressive, I want to say, because it doesn't matter what you hand trapped with the engines, you're still gonna go into the same board. So you have like a 20,000 ways to get into your Fiendsmith engine, and yeah, like a lot of recursive with the White Forest stuff, the Azamina stuff, and the Fiendsmith stuff. Like, it doesn't give you a killer board, but it gives you like two Omni negates, and it's literally more or less kind of like the White Forest end board, where you like spit out two Omni negates. Your opponent has to like try to break two Omni negates, and you end up with a really good clapback for the whatever board they do through those two Omni negates. So yeah, like I said, it's just a nice and competitive way to try to play Lightsworn in this meta, and I've really been liking it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this gives you a little hope and semblance for the Lightsworn players, because I know they've been trying to pick up like a build that helps them play in 2025, and a lot of people have been trying to implement a lot of iterations of the deck, but I do think, especially if you like playing 60 cards, bro, because a lot of people just like playing like 60 cards of Lightsworn. I think this is the best thing you can do for right now, unless snow comes out, but that's a problem in itself. But anyways, guys, remember to like the video and subscribe if you can. It'll help me a lot. Comment down below whatever you think. A little more info if you guys want to know. This is before, I should have said this a little bit before, but if you guys want to switch up in the extra deck, like I said, the extra deck is really tight, but the level 4 Minerva is really, the Exceed Minerva is really good, because the Alzette spits all at level 4, so it's like bridges you into the Lightsworn stuff if you need it. This is another card that I wanted to add. Dispatter is really good too if you want to add it. But yeah, experiment with it, guys. Drop a comment down below. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you for watching the video, and peace.